Hi everyone, before we begin our e-lecture, I would like to show you some pictures. So what are children in the pictures doing? What is the advantage of discovery learning for the children? For this e-lecture, we will talk about the specific information of discovery learning. From the priori life knowledge or the information which is shown in the pictures, we find that discovery learning is an effective strategy in teaching children, and it is common and popular. The purpose of this e-lecture is to make people learn what discovery learning is, how it is related to our daily lives, and how to use it in instructional design. Here's the learning outcomes. By the end of this video, I hope you can have a better understanding about discovery learning and can use examples of it in your daily lives. First, I will introduce the definitions, types, characteristics, and architectures of discovery learning respectively. Discovery learning is a kind of instructional techniques and strategies that encourage learners to explore and solve problems by themselves and provides learning opportunities of hands-on activities to learners. There are three main types of learning methods. First one is pure discovery method, which includes almost no guidance from professional experts when learners explore the problems. Second one is guided discovery method, in which students can get some guidance to make them become much easier to solve the problems. Last one is expository method, in which teachers will guide it and lead students to follow the questions and solve them. According to Richard, guided discovery is more effective than pure discovery in learning and solving problems. This illustration I provide describes the brief meaning of each method to make learners have a clear understanding. Different from traditional classroom learning style, discovery learning consists of three characteristics. It is significant to instructional design because it is a kind of new teaching and learning style. Compared with traditional learning, teachers will become more active, and it is important for learners to get failure when they deal with the problems by themselves. Also, as a process-based learning, discovery learning motivates learners to solve problems by themselves. There are 5 architectures of discovery learning. Case-based learning means that students discuss to solve problems. Incidental learning is to motivate students and uses game-like activities during learning process. For the learning by exploring, students ask questions and collect their answers. This form of discovery learning encourages students to think in multiple ways. For the learning by reflection, students can learn from reflections and feedbacks, and it helps students to build skills of analysis. Finally, simulation-based learning means that students can have learning experiments in an artificial environment, and it is useful to use the technology. Then let's talk about the use of discovery learning. Actually, discovery learning can be used in learning design successfully. As instructor, first you can propose a question. Groups of learners can discuss with others about the possible solutions. Also, they can organize some hands-on activities and decide what kinds of learning activities they will organize and how often they will have by themselves to explore the questions. Moreover, learners can ask questions and get some hints from teachers to help them solve the problems. During the self-evaluation, teachers can provide some feedback. Here are some examples. First, when we first time learning some English vocabulary, it is helpful to use and design some game-like activities, such as crossword puzzle. As teachers, first they can show some pictures which are related to new English vocabulary. Then they can provide game-like activities like the crossword puzzle. In the crossword puzzle, students need to use definitions of new words to discuss and guess what the words actually are. Also, learners can ask for help and get some guidance from teachers. After they finish playing the game, they can get correct answers and feedbacks from their instructors. Discovery learning is a popular learning strategy when teaching for early children. When teachers want to teach early children some knowledge about an autumn nature, they can play some outdoor activities. When the children discover a squirrel is hiding acorns or find some wild goose is flying to the source, they may ask some questions and discuss with each other about where the animals will live through the winter. Actually, discovery learning is useful and meaningful in a preschool education, and most activities or learning in instructional design for early children are based on discovery learning, the advantages and disadvantages. It motivates students in learning, provides opportunities for students to find and explore their learning desires, gives the students a more active and engaging environment of learning, and encourages students to solve problems by themselves. However, it is not easy for discovery learning to cover all learning content or materials, and both instructors and learners will spend too much time on course preparation and learning. Similar and related theories, such as case-based learning, inquiry-based learning, and experiential learning. Similar to case-based learning, discovery learning is also analyzed and solve problems by providing guidance or not. Discovery learning is based on inquiry as well, which means students can learn new knowledge by doing some activities. Both discovery learning and inquiry-based learning are learner-centered. Experiential learning is an effective learning process from real-life experience. Similar to discovery learning, students need to learn from experience and discover knowledge by themselves. Also, both of them require students to participate in the process of learning, directly and actively. However, experiential learning focuses on individual learning process. Discovery learning encourages students to discuss with each other, collect answers, and provide reflections. Here are some review questions for this e-lecture, which can help you review and check if you understand discovery learning clearly. That's all. Thank you.